Okay, go ahead and say something.
Hello, how
All
are
right.
you today?
Hello, everybody who watches this. This is, we don't have a name for this yet, but this is the
Should
live
work on that.
video podcast. Um, and today we are meeting with someone who, I've known for a minute. Hold on, I gotta get your name right. Ulrich.
Oh,
Ulrich?
nah, nah,
No, Ulrich?
no. Yeah, kinda.
That was close. How do you say it?
Yeah, my name is Ulrich.
Bro, what?
Ulrich
Ulrich.
Marius Menkes.
Ulrich.
It's actually a derivation of the German word Ulrich.
I thought I had been saying it right this whole time. Ulrich.
No one ever says it right, so you're fine.
No, you're gonna teach me. You're gonna teach me.
Okay. Ul,
Ul.
r,
Dr. Dra.
r, r, around the ragged rocks. Roll your
Dra.
R's. R, not dra. R.
Ultra.
No, there's no D.
Oh,
Ulrich.
Ulra. Ulrich.
Ich.
Ulrich.
There we go.
Yo, I nailed it. Ulrich.
Nice job.
All right. So, as you can see by the... Actually, we're going to get to that later. Okay. Oh, shoot. I just hit my mic. My bad. Okay. How was your Thanksgiving, bro? Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Yeah, it's been a good time. So unfortunately, I still not done.
Yo, you're breaking up really bad.
Oh my gosh. Hello. Is this working?
Yeah, you're good now.
Blame the internet.
Go ahead.
So we got sent home early because of COVID. So I've actually still been doing online classes. And one of the fun things about going to a school in a different time zone and having 8 a.m.s every day of the week now means I have 7 a.m. classes 5 days a week.
Wait.
So.
Oh, because y'all are an hour ahead. Ew.
Mm-hmm. And I have some friends at that school who live in California, and they're 3 hours behind.
Oh, so that is awful.
I got people out here doing 5 a.m. classes 5 days a week. It's been rough, but it's been good. So I did homework, and then hung out with a bunch of family, got to see, cousins and people like that for the first time in a while. So it was a good time. How about yourself, buddy?
My Thanksgiving was actually pretty good. I went up to Oklahoma and hung out with my cousins all weekend, pretty much.
Good times. Did you get all the turkey stuffing?
I am not a turkey person. I don't like turkey.
Why?
I don't know how to explain it. Okay. I like pretty much, there's two types of meat that I like. I like steak.
Mm-hmm.
And
who doesn't? I said to get you a steak dinner, by the way.
Well, no, that was if I can't say that on stream.
Oh, right.
That was if one particular student did good, and they have not done that yet. So you're chill.
We'll get there.
No, you and me just need to go get a steak. But no, I just I went and I hung out with what?
Two types of meat.
Oh yeah, steak and chicken. Like I like grilled chicken a lot.
Chicken. They're both birds. You do know that.
Yeah.
Okay then.
But I like chicken, and I'm not a barbecue person. There's nothing I hate more than brisket.
You live in Texas, my good sir.
I hate brisket so much.
You make me sad.
Sorry.
So good Thanksgiving vibes all around. It's been a good November. Fun November. A lot of fun things happening, but here we are now.
Wait.
Almost done.
A lot of fun things. What fun things? What fun things?
Oh, I'm just talking about just what's going on in the world elections and all that kind of jazz.
I forgot we had an election.
We did have an election.
We have a new president.
A spicy election.
Wait, what?
It was a spicy election. A lot of fun stuff going on with it.
Yeah, we're gonna have a new president come.
That's my new boss.
Oh my. Speaking of how that's your
Hello?
new boss, why don't you go ahead and tell us why that's your new boss?
There.
Hello?
I lost you for a hot second. Sorry, what were you saying?
I said, speaking of how that is your new boss, why don't you go ahead and tell us why and how that is your new boss?
All right. So out of high school, I took about a gap year just to get, community college, some of that stuff out of the way. And then I was introduced to this thing called the Naval Reserve Officer Training Corps. Basically, what it does in exchange for paying for some or all of your, college tuitions and things like that, you in turn work for the Navy for a set amount of time. So I got a 4-year scholarship from the Navy. And so they're saying, okay, go get your degree, go through all this training like in the summers and, take additional Navy specific classes while you're there at school. And then in turn, you come work for us for, I think my contract currently stands at 5 years that I have to work for them after I graduate. I'll be a unrestricted line officer, which basically means there's there's a lot of different jobs I can get once I get to my senior year, and that's when I choose it. But so I got selected to go to the Virginia Military Institute, which is a military college up in Virginia. It's about 1,700 students, and I'm finishing up my first semester there. And part of being in NROTC, as it's shortened to, is I'm technically in the Navy Reserves if I read my contract right. So, and once I graduate, I'll be in the Navy proper. So that means whoever's the president is technically, the commander in chief of my specific branch. So he's my boss, if a few levels of management above me.
Oh, okay. So, okay, this is interesting. I thought that you were going to the Navy because you wanted to go to the Navy.
Oh, I do want to go to the Navy. It's a lot of fun. So I didn't necessarily want to go in as an enlisted just because because I wanted to go to school initially as well. Plus, the pay as an officer is better. So the only way to be an officer is you are required to have a college degree. So there's three main ways you can get into the Navy. First off, you can go to the Naval Academy, which is the big school, right? They pay for everything. It's a full ride. You get paid like $300 a month just to go to the school, right? You get paid to go to school there. You graduate as an officer. You can do NROT.
Why didn't you do that?
Yeah, I couldn't get in. It's in order to get into the academy, you need a congressional nomination, which means your congressman has to nominate you to go there, and then you have to get through a lot of different stuff. But anyway, so I couldn't get into the Naval Academy, so I went to
Wait, isn't
NROTC.
your brother a congressman or something? How did you not
no,
get that?
he is not. I got the congressional nomination, but basically he gives out 10 nominations, and then the top nominee gets to go to the academy. And apparently I wasn't the top nominee. So anyway, so you have the academy. That's one way to become an officer. You go to the academy for 4 years. You get your college degree. You commission as an officer. NROTC, which is what I'm doing right now, get my college degree at a military college, in this case, the Virginia Military Institute. Or the third way you could do it is just go get your college degree on your own, and then you apply to go into Officer Candidate School, OCS. And if the Navy selects you from there, you go through and you basically get, I'm taking like a few Navy classes every year with the Navy. They condense all those down into a few months long course. So instead of having Navy sprinkled in with all my other classes, it's just go get my degree, then come and do the crash course and all the Navy specific stuff.
So then what degree are you getting?
So I am currently a mechanical engineering major. And just with the way things are working out, I'm looking at getting a concentration in aerospace engineering along with a minor in mathematics and physics.
So you're like
smart. A lot of math. Just a lot of practice.
Just mildly smart.
Just we're working on it. We're working on it. School I'm going to is notorious for its mechanical engineering program. They basically have a 5-year program that they condense down into 4 years. So it's a little bit rough on the GPA, but we'll see how it goes at the end of the semester.
Yeah.
So that's the 3 main ways of becoming an officer. So again, in order to be an officer, you need a college degree. You can't just walk straight off high school. Is there
a reason for that?
I think it goes back a long, long way, I believe, and don't quote me on this, back to the sailing age when officers came from, the educated families. But now it's more of a lot of the stuff in the military today is very technical. Like, for example, in the Navy, as an officer, I'm required to take college level calculus. Like, that's a bare minimum requirement. So just because of some of the complexity of some of the stuff you're working with and the management, you just need that extra background of higher education, like, colleges or universities, things like that, and just in order to be an effective leader in that capacity. Like, at a certain point, you can't just give someone a week-long boot camp and teach them which buttons to push. There needs to be an understanding behind it.
You're right.
And also it allows them, like, since I'm doing this whole 4-year program, it gives them a lot more opportunity to put me through extra trainings in order to teach me additional things that don't get covered in the month and a half long boot camp, or the boot camp that the Navy, that their enlisted personnel go through.
Huh. Okay. So so you're not even you're getting this like insane degree, but you're not gonna use the degree. It's just like,
yeah, basically. So the biggest perk is, right, like, I only have my contract for 5 years, and that's the minimum I have to work for them. I can renew it at the end of my 5 years. Let's say I want to make a career of the Navy, serve 30, 40, 50 years.
So is that what you want to do?
Long have you? Currently undecided. I'm hoping to maybe do 10 or 15 years and then go into the private sector. And it's afterwards that my degree would actually be useful.
Private sectors in like private armies?
Maybe not like, that kind of private sector, but like working for an engineering firm somewhere or starting up my own thing.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying like private armies for hire and stuff. Like
that'd be really fun, but we'll see how that goes. I have to get through there first. But no, so what some people do, they call it the 5 and dive, is you get your college paid for, do your 5 years, and then you retire from the Navy, and then you just do whatever, and you have no college debt with which to work with. Plus I'm not working for them for free. I'm getting paid a salary. I mean, it's not a good salary by any means, but I'm still getting paid. I'm a guaranteed job, which, in today's climate is a nice thing if you're graduating college and get a lot of work experience. And just by the nature of their job, you get a lot of, it looks pretty good on the resume saying that you're ex-military, especially in something like the Navy, where it's very technical.
And you'll never get a speeding ticket.
That'd be nice. We'll see how it goes, though.
Oh, man. Well, dude, I did not know that. I thought that you literally were like in the Navy like right now.
Yeah.
I did not know you were taking classes. Technically,
my rank is a 4th class midshipman, which basically means I am on the bottom rung when it comes to any leadership orders. I have no authority over anyone, but technically I do have a rank within the Navy. But I'm going through an extended training period.
So there's nothing lower than you right now?
Yeah, basically I'm in this weird limbo where I don't have any official, I'm technically like an officer candidate is your way to live it, but like once I go through that and I graduate, then I'll be an officer, and then I'll be assigned authority in a certain aspect, like as part of a division where I'm working with a small group of people under me upon graduation. But for now, I'm still in the training phase, technically in the Navy, whereas any recruit who goes to boot camp, right, just for enlisted, as soon as they sign the paper to join, they're technically in the Navy. It's just they haven't achieved rank it. They haven't completed the training yet. So you kind of think of it, I'm working for the Navy. They send me off to go do school, to go to school, and then I come back and work for them.
Huh. Okay. Well, that I did not know like any of that. So tell us how living there is.
Okay, so I go to a little bit of anomaly of a school. So normally with ROTC programs, they're at schools all over the country. They're at places like Texas A&M. A lot of them are just at regular schools. So you just live in a regular dorm, have a regular college life, and you just happen to have some military classes, and then maybe once or twice a week you go do physical training with your company of whatever branch you're in and learn how to march and stuff like that. I go to one of the senior military colleges. So just throwing out some names, there's colleges such as the Citadel. Texas A&M is technically a senior military college. And then the school that I'm going to is called the Virginia Military Institute. Now, it was established way back in the early to mid 1800s. And the reason why it got founded is that the state of Virginia had an arsenal, an armory in the city of Lexington, Virginia. And now they had a lot of problems with the soldiers who were stationed there just being rowdy, drunk, and all that. So one individual came up with the idea, let's make a military school built around the arsenal. All right. So in exchange for these cadets getting their education, they have to guard the arsenal, right? They have to stand guard, making sure that if Virginia ever needs to use that, then it's there, it's safe, and can be, protected. And as a result, they're also teaching them this very rigid military system, making sure that instead of just having drunk soldiers guarding it, they have capable leaders. I'm using their language there. Mm-hmm. And then if the state of Virginia ever needs it, then they have officers. And so that's how it initially started. And actually, the tradition of standing guard still applies to this day, even though there's no big armory there anymore. It's all been decommissioned or moved somewhere else. There's still a tradition of standing guard. So in the school I'm going to, there is no civilian life. Everyone is in what's called the Corps of Cadets, right? And we all live in the barracks. And to give you an idea, my barracks that I live in was built in the 1800s. None of our dorms have air conditioning, nor do we have beds. What we have is these things called racks and hays. So a rack is basically this wooden cot that we have to put down at night and put up in the morning. And our hay is this little mattress that's maybe 2 inches thick, and we have to roll it up every morning. So I wake up in the morning and we all have breakfast at the same time. We have breakfast formations, right? And the idea of it is to have accountability, make sure everyone's there, right? No one's goofing off in town or something like that. Everyone's there at morning formation. We get counted, and then we march down the hill, right? We march down this little hill towards where the dining hall is. So we wake up at around 5:45 in the morning, roll our hays, put up our racks, clean our room,
I have a question, and you might not know the answer to this. I'm just wondering. So I feel like in order to make a decision like that, you're not gonna have air conditioning, and we're gonna give you these crappy little beds. There's gotta be a reason behind that. Otherwise, why can't you have a bed?
I do actually kind of know the answer to that. So have you ever heard of the Spartan? From ancient Greece?
This is Sparta?
Yeah, those Spartans, old phalanx and stuff like that, Spartans, hoplites.
Yeah.
Do you know much about them?
I don't know anything about them. I know that they wear this cool gold armor with the red mohawk on top.
Not entirely historically accurate, but we'll go with that. So basically, the Spartans were renowned for this very brutal way of life. And basically, you were taken at the age of 7. Everyone was forced to do military training, and at a higher rate of fatality and injury as well. But the idea behind it is you subject people to these difficult living conditions, and it builds character and tenacity, toughness, and all of these fun little words. And so the idea behind VMO not having these nice little amenities such as air conditioning or a proper bed is, one, it's traditional. That's how it's been done for almost 200 years now. And secondly, it gets you used to being uncomfortable. And that's the whole premise behind, at least in the most part, behind the first year. So, for example, when I show up there, I'm not considered a cadet. I'm what they call a rat. All right. So the entire first year or semester and a half, you're in what's called the rat line. And basically, you have to earn every single privilege. Right. So, for example, when I'm there, I cannot talk in the first. Yeah. But for example, when I'm there, I cannot talk in the first person.